Thank you for being on the conversation with us this morning. I am Abimbola.
And I am Bukola Taylor Cole. Yes, it's a public holiday in Nigeria. And we're starting this new working week with a public holiday. Hey, I hope you guys are ready for tomorrow.
Yes, we are.
3 days to relax, enjoy yourselves, like some people did over the weekend. And
When did you become Muti? I'm going to call you Muti. Muti? When did you become Adibola?
Bukola Taylor Cole on LTV.
You know that's what my dad calls you. My dad calls you Muti.
Wow.
Oh no, it's a good day for all the Sunas to come in. Yeah.
Yes, now.
It's for all the Muslim names to come in. After all, they killed Agbo.
We have Idaya there.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
Rashida?
Rashidat, Mutiat, Idayat, and we are celebrating the birthday of the Holy Prophet Muhammad today.
Upon him.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Adebimpe Omotayo. I'm alone here. Joy is indisposed.
If she was here, we would have given her a Muslim name.
Maybe
today.
you would have given her Rukayat.
Yes, Aisha, Rukayat, yes. Or Aisha or something if she was here.
Okay, so in absentia, Joy, get ready for your naming ceremony anytime you return. You will be given a name. All right, what a way to start the program. Just in case you're in a low mood this morning, hey, never say never. You are the only one who can make yourself happy. Find that inner joy and find something to smile about. At least you're alive, hale and hearty. You might not have had breakfast, but I'm sure before the day runs out, you have a meal just to keep your body and soul together. How was your weekend?
Okay, I was here. I was at work. I was working Saturday, Sunday. I had a very busy week last week, and just
Eased into the weekend.
and so I'm yet to relax. I can't wait for Wednesday when I'm going to be off duty. Then I'll sleep.
We hope that some exigency of duties will not call you.
Environment people, please, I beg you.
Allow her to take some time off. I'm not going to ask Adebimpe how the weekend was. She's just been having some,
Back to back.
I know, right? Back to back. You dare not complain that you lost your voice.
No, you must not. Actually, so fresh. After enjoying our partying.
She has danced and she's okay. All right.
It's also good to have Abimbola back in high spirits.
In high spirit. I know
Friday
was
low.
it wasn't such a good day for me. But yes, I rested a bit over the weekend and we're here. Let's begin the show. Let's start with our news point for 8 different things happened over the weekend, and we'll just take a look at a few of those issues this morning. Shall we start on a meeting note where former heads of states, of course, converged in Minna, and the story says Obasanjo, IBB, Abdulsalami Gusau meet in Minna. Nigeria's former civilian president, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, on Sunday held a closed-door meeting at the uphill residence of former military head of state, General Abdulsalam Abubakar in Minna. The meeting also involved former military president, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. Sources suggest that the discussion may have revolved around pressing national issues, particularly the current economic challenges facing the country. Obasanjo reportedly flew in from Benin City, Edo State, after attending the 90th birthday celebration of the Esam of Benin Kingdom, Chief Gabriel Igbenedon. Upon his arrival, he headed directly to Babangida's residence. Former National NSA General Aliu Gusau was also present at the meeting. So the four elder statesmen were said to have met for about an hour before Obasanjo departed Minna around 6:30 p.m. Right, former heads of state at a meeting. I'm sure that, of course, nothing could have been more sacrosanct at that meeting than the unity, the progress, and the security of Nigeria. But I guess they are also part of where we are today.
I was going to say that. It's good that they came together to have a meeting, because all of them played together. In fact, they played critical roles in taking Nigeria to where we are today. Take, for instance, Ibrahim Babangida. They annulled the June 12 election. So that is a major one. That took us several years back. So I hope that this meeting that they had, something good will come out of this meeting.
Well, you know that they are also part of there's this other broader group that they have. I think something council that
we have all the heads of former heads of
yes,
state.
they all come together
Yes,
and have
yes.
meetings at different points in time. Perhaps maybe another one is coming up, and then they decided to have their own closed door meeting, maybe to have a common front.
Well, I read the report this morning, and according to the report, the spokesperson for Obasanjo said that he went to greet Babangida, to celebrate with him on his birthday. That's a
the
report.
past birthday.
Yes, he wasn't around when he had the birthday, so he came
I
around
thought
to.
his birthday
so-
was in August.
He
Obasanjo wasn't around then; he was out of the
Okay,
country then, and now he came.
And so what is Gusau's own and Abdulsalami
That's what
Abubakar?
I don't understand. But whatever that meeting entailed, he must come out with something good. I hope he came out with something good for Nigeria and for Nigerians. Because right now,
I think the meeting, is appropriate.
appropriate.
Yes, it's
Eh,
appropriate.
you think so?
They're elder statesmen.
Eh?
And the state
So
of
when
the
they
nation.
were president, what
the state of
happened?
the nation calls for concern.
They are done. They are doing well. They are really doing well.
Okay, let's see how this will pan out at the end of the day. And everything that starts like this, usually at the end of the day, you will see the outcome. So let's see where this will pan out at the end of the day. Bukola, let's take your story.
Okay, so the title of my story says Borno flood, Correctional Service declares 281 inmates missing. Nigeria, you said The Nigerian Correctional Service, NCOS, has declared 281 inmates missing from its medium security custodial center as a result of the flood disaster in Maiduguri, Borno State. The service also promptly released the biometric details of the missing inmates, saying all security agencies had been alerted on the imperative of assisting in carrying out the recapturing of the fleeing inmates. The NCOS said it observed that upon the evacuation of inmates by officers of the service with support from sister security agencies to a safe and secure facility, 281 inmates were observed to be missing. Now, in a statement by the public relations officer of the NCOS, Abubakar Umar, the service admitted that the flood left scars and brought down the walls of its facilities as well as staff quarters in the city. So I'm just going to stop the story here. Now, first of all, I want to commiserate with the victims of the flood incident in Borno. It's really a very sad one. Many people lost their lives. According to report, officially, 35 people died and, millions or billions of properties were destroyed. So I really want to commiserate with the people of Borno State. Now, it's a good thing that the Nigerian Correctional Service is coming out to tell us that, okay, some inmates are fled. Now, they said they have biometrics of the inmates. Are they going to use these biometrics to recapture these inmates? Because kidnappers also have biometrics, and we've not been able to apprehend them.
Well, maybe the first thing they would have to do is to first, since they have their biometrics, is to first publish.
Yeah, they've done that. We have their
pictures
and their names.
all of
But this
that.
is
So-
Nigeria. This is not the first time we have things like this. So.
This is not the first time, and definitely it's not going to be the last time. So there have been jailbreaks a couple of times. Oftentimes you'll find a few rearrested.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, you still can't find others. And what do you do? In this situation, we don't even know if some of them are dead. We don't even know if some of them have fled Borno State into other neighboring states or perhaps even out of the country. So the only thing is the NCOS would probably just need to keep vigil and see how the biometrics that they have can help. This is where also intelligence with other African nations might work. Because if you also have borders, Borno is close to a few border countries.
Yes.
So if you can also share some of these things with some of those people, just in case. It's not a closed deal, neither is it an open deal. They may be found. and they may
not.
have jackpot one way or the other.
So
So
they were able to
We found
find
7 of them. We
seven.
captured 7 of out
Out
of
of-
2. No, that's
out of
7 is
231.
about-
281.
So we still have about 273
missing.
missing.
That's a large.
That it's a
no.
large. It's
That's a
quite.
large
I know that the week that incident happened, there was a story that broke that Reverend King was one of those that they couldn't find.
Whoa.
Yes.
So
Yes.
with the new release, I don't know if I haven't seen that. I don't know if it's picture or if he's one of the people that they finally confirmed that he has not been found. So. I mean, there are high-profile cases that you can't say you can't find them. You must look for them. You have to look for them.
I really hope that it will not go the same way that's gone in the past. We've had jailbreaks and nothing has happened. So I just hope that it will not be the same old story.
I've also seen some estates in Lagos. The chairman have put out like a precautionary note out there that, look, this is not the time to start employing new security guards.
Right.
Yes.
So, I mean,
especially from
it will do a
area.
lot of good for people to actually get that information from the NCOS and take another look at those spaces. Because, again, people could go ahead to change their names. They could go ahead to make new cards for themselves. But if the pictures are there, you would always, something will resonate.
verify, yeah.
So before you employ anybody now, please go and check the pictures that NCOS
You need to be
published.
sure.
You need to be sure. Yeah, that's there.
All right, Lagos.
Parents protest Lagos boarding schools fee hike. Parents of boarding students. Am I allowed to mention this school?
Yeah.
At Eva the Girls Grammar School in Lagos took to the streets on Sunday to protest the Lagos state government's increase in boarding fees from 35,000 naira to 100,000 naira. The parents who gathered in large numbers chanted slogans and demanded an immediate reversal of the fee hike. They insisted that the school would not resume until their demands were met. Protesters held banners and placards with messages such as "No reversal, no resumption. Free education is our right, and we say no to this fee increment." A letter addressed to all boarding school principals and signed by Olufemi Ashaolu, Director of Basic Education Services at the Lagos State Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, announced the fee increase. I'll leave it there. We're having this discussion.
Yeah,
And, part of what the parents complained about was some of them said, that...
Okay, Adebimpe, let me quickly hold your thoughts on that. It looks like there's something going on with your audio there. So perhaps we can quickly have that corrected, checked and corrected. But while Adebimpe is holding on, we talked about this, like you said, but before we talked about what we actually said, part of a story I read, the public affairs officer of the Ministry of Basic Education also did say why that increment, was affected. And according to him, the children are, of course, housed for 3 months, and 3 meals they will have, and other basic amenities that are provided for them. Yes, the state also admits that things are tough, but it is also, it's something that they also could not compromise on if they are to keep standard, if they are to ensure that teachers are paid adequately, and if they are to ensure that the safety and the security of the student are also secure. It became imperative for them to also make that increment. But again, what we talked about was perhaps the parents were not carried along.
That's my
appropriately.
own issue. I believe in stakeholders' engagement. If you are going to increase the boarding fees, then why can't you just sit with these people, have a roundtable discussion and talk about it? Well, they are also stakeholders. Parents have, they have a budget for, what they want to spend money on for their kids. But if you are telling them 2 days before, and telling them to pay 100,000 naira, 35,000 naira to 100,000 naira.
Adebimpe read something, and I think I also have a problem with that. And the parents during their protest said free education is their right.
Okay.
Is it a right?
Oh.
Okay, so I know that in other climes, primary and secondary education is free. Then tertiary institution, you have to pay for tertiary education. Now, yes, free education can be their right, but not boarding fees.
Oh, because we need to
the government will not feed your children.
We need to clarify. If your children go to, I mean, if
they are day students, yes.
Want to feed your children?
No problems. So you don't expect the government to, to feed your children. So that's free education thing.
It's not an entitlement.
It is not.
It is not. So I guess, so the problem here is maybe there should have been more engagement with the parents before.
Sorry, Representative is saying something.
What's he saying?
Private school, that there's a huge gap between.
But then you said
it's a choice.
It's a choice. That is private school.
It's a choice.
Yeah, the disparity is high or is wide. Agreed.
Yeah.
But then would always say that public schools are for, I mean, anybody who may not be able to afford to pay private education, but it's closed.
It is. Disparity is closed.
Disparity is closed.
No.
100,000 naira for boarding.
I disagree with.
No.
I disagree. No, it is not.
It depends on the school.
On the school, yes. There are schools that pay 1 million naira in this Lagos.
It
There are
depends on
schools
the
that pay
school.
500,000 naira in this Lagos.
It depends on the school.
Even in Ikorodu there are schools that pay. What is wrong with my producer now? Okay, come into the studio. Come. If you want to come.
Come and be a presenter.
I don't understand this problem today.
So, I mean, I know that this is still going to be a debate. The parents are saying that they will not allow their children to go back to school. At the end of the day, it is the children that would suffer. Because they would have they would lose the school time, the school term, and they would also have a lot to cover up. But perhaps the thing will be maybe what government needs to do here is, if they're not even going to reduce, give them time to pay instrumentally, so that they can spread it within the term. And now it means that the parents, you'd have to pay 3,000 naira per session.
And see, that 35,000 naira was started in 2021. This is
2024. Haven't government tried?
Abba.
Okay,
No, they tried.
This will.
No, it just occurred to me now. 2021, 2024, they tried.
What is the role of the PTAs now?
That is where I said the government should have met with them to discuss this issue before taking that action.
There are
And at
PTAs.
the time they were going to, they had decided, that there will be this huge increase.
Government
they should
also
have just met at that time. Even
Thank
if it was
you.
just
Let me
last
say-
week or 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
As much as I'm not trying to be a devil's advocate here, we are not far from ourselves. Government knows the people, and they know that it would have been resisted.
But now they are still resisting it now.
Yes. So even if there's going to be a slash, now it is government that will say, okay, you know what, because we don't want the students to stay at home for too long, maybe we will take out so amount. And then maybe you can pay up before the term runs out.
I'm not against the increase, but the timing is the timing for me.
There will never be a right time.
No, I think they should have given them
Want me
like
to go
a
back
week
to my
or 2
saying,
weeks notice.
There's no good way of taking another wife.
I'm telling you, just take it and let everybody castigate you.
But I still believe that they are going to meet and they will talk about this. I believe the Lagos State government has
a listening
ear. So I know they will meet, they will
Yes,
talk.
now you will
and
test
they
the
will come
waters
up
and
with-
see how
yes.
it will be. So let's see where this will pan out
let's
at
see how
the
it
end of the
goes.
day. All right, let's head to X this morning to take our hashtag for today. So many stories trending on that platform, but today we are sticking with the one that concerns every one of us, and it is the back and forth between Dangote Refinery. But NNPCL will sell at 950 naira.
Hey!
This morning, Dangote said they did not fix price.
And they should disregard.
They should disregard
that
But
information.
my question is, why is there always a problem? If you read what NNPCL wrote yesterday, it is not different from what Dangote has said.
Exactly.
They also did say that they will still pay for September in dollars. The Naira issue arrangement will not come up until October the 1st. So if they calculated what they paid in Naira or in dollar, it could have come to 898. So what was Dangote saying?
Okay, so I believe that Dangote and NNPCL, they have this big issue of not, reaching
They should resolve
reaching
it.
a consensus. They are always at loggerheads. This is not the first time.
I said it this morning that Keep watching. Warri and Kaduna refineries.
They will work.
Warri and Kaduna refineries will work.
They will work because right now, I'm sure that the federal government will not want to be held ransom by Dangote refinery.
But do you know
and
that?
then they also will not also want to keep importing. So if it can be done by Dangote refinery, why can't those refineries work?
It will work.
Why can't they work?
Now, Dangote Refinery says that it is the presidential committee that will come up with it, that will fix the price.
Sit down.
Now, when two elephants bite, the grass will suffer. We are the ones suffering for it now. You know, I was so optimistic about this Dangote Refinery working, thinking in my head that, okay, maybe we'll buy fuel at 400. Baby.
You see the disparity in prices.
But
as
now,
per
so what
states.
is the difference?
Yes, and even per state.
Per
If
state.
in
Yes.
Lagos, you buy
Disparity.
at this. In Borno, you buy at this. That one is not even much of a problem. What I don't want to see is I don't want to see the queues.
I don't think they can solve that one now because right now we need like 25 million meters every day. But
Bukola,
now,
they will solve it.
but now they have just 16.
They will solve it. They will solve it. This is not Nigeria. You will see.
We've not solved it for how many years now?
Because there was a problem.
There's still a problem.
Now, the problem is that, yes, there's a problem, but now there is fuel.
Okay, but at what price?
At what cost?
If you
At
want to
what
queue at NNPC and buy at 950, say Gobe.
Hey!
If you want to buy at 1.5 or 1.2, this is where you look for places that you start pulling vehicles.
I live in Ikorodu.
Maybe
I'm doing my calculation already.
No.
I'm every day.
No.
Spend how much?
On Saturday, I bought fuel 25,000 naira, and I think my fare was under half. I bought 25,000. It was nearing the F.
It was nearing.
It was nearing the F. So I said, okay.
So what's the point of having Dangote Refinery if I'm still going to buy fuel at that amount? I was really hoping for the best. Okay, let me buy at 500. I'm not asking for too much.
We need to go.
But let's wait till October. October will soon be here now. We'll start. Dangote will buy crude oil.
At Naira, in
Naira.
Naira.
And then we'll see
yes.
what will happen. We'll manage to
The exchange rate at that time. Uko.
Please let us go.
Let us go. we need to take a break. When we return, the part one of the conversation will be here, and we'll be taking a look at state of the nation generally. I'm sure our guests will also have something to say about this particular matter. We'll be right back.